Hello, so I'm going to show you now how to make this remedy which has proven to reverse type 2 diabetes and dramatically reverse the amount of insulin that type 1 diabetics take, very often reducing the insulin by 95%. So you can either get the remedy from ourselves at healthproductbusiness.com. Hopefully around here there's a link somewhere, either below the video or if it's TikTok in the bio or whatever. So you can get it from us, but I'm going to show you how to make it yourself. And then, so here we are. It's a very simple remedy to make. And it's based on the assumption that diabetes is an illness of the digestive system. It's not just about the pancreas. It's nothing to, in one way, the pancreas is only a tiny part of your digestive system, just as your saliva is a part of your digestive system, just as your colon or your throat. So we're treating the whole of your digestive system and then stimulating your pancreas or enabling your pancreas to find a state of normality, because your body knows how to be healthy. I'll say that again. Your body knows how to be healthy. You don't need to know. You don't know how your brain works, how your heart works, how your lung works. You can read about it in a book, but actually in nature, in everything, there's a natural intelligence. And human beings are the only things on the planet that walk around sticking drugs in their mouths. And I'm saying you don't need to put drugs in your mouth, or I'm suggesting that you don't need to. You can put natural substances in your mouth that'll gently help your body to find harmony again, that'll get rid of your diabetes to some degree or other, okay? This isn't medical advice, this is just telling you how I got rid of my diabetes type 2. My blood sugar was, I think it was about 146, and I had it back down to 45 in 3 months. And I know people who are type 1 diabetic who've been injecting insulin from 300 units down to 10 units a day. I'm not making any guarantees or promises to you. I'm just telling you what this stuff might do for you. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got here? There's just 4 simple ingredients that you can buy from any... These are just foodstuffs that you can buy from a good quality supermarket. Now the first one, it's a vegetable, fennel. Fennel will dramatically reduce the inflammation in your digestive system. I'll say that again, fennel. Now I will say on all of this stuff, please use organic. Not for any fancy ideas about Mother Earth or anything like that. I'm just telling you, unless it's organic, it is covered in toxic chemicals. It doesn't matter whether it's weed killers, biocides, pesticides. All kinds of toxins are on your vegetables and on your food stuff unless you get organic. So that's organic fennel powder. The next one is slippery elm. Organic slippery elm powder. Very expensive, but it is what it is. The next one, what this will do, as you can, I don't know if you can see it, it is so fine that you mix all these up. You just put a teaspoon in water, you drink it twice a day. That's what it looks like. Tastes very bitter. Just drink it. But when that goes into the digestive system, the slippery elm, it sort of blocks off any tiny holes or leakage that you've got in your large intestine. So it provides a lining for your intestine to stop toxins getting into your bloodstream. Again, that helps to reduce inflammation. The next thing is nutmeg. Now you know you can buy nutmeg in almost any supermarket, but nutmeg is a very powerful food substance. And in fact, there are lots of countries where it is illegal to even buy nutmeg because of the effect that it has on your body. But what it does do it sort of normalizes, it stabilizes, it calms down your digestive system. Nutmeg. Now, be careful if you're buying nutmeg, and I'm suggesting that you do, and you become the authority in your own life. Do not take more than, don't start eating nutmeg on its own. Like one day I tried a few teaspoons of nutmeg on its own, and I was high as a kite for 3 days. That's how powerful this stuff is, and that's why it's banned in many countries. So we've got fennel, organic slippery elm, and organic nutmeg powder, ground up. It has to be organic, otherwise you're going to end up putting toxins in your body. Now the last part is hibiscus. Hibiscus flower, ground up flower, and that's what gives this remedy its red colour. Again, it helps to calm down your digestive system. If you look at a human being, you've got this thing on the top which does the thinking. You've got a couple of eyes just to have a look round, and then the rest of it, from there to here, is just a digestive system. And there's a bit on the bottom here for reproducing. But all of this is a digestive system. You've got lungs to keep oxygen, keep you alive. You've got a heart keeping all the stuff going round, but the rest of it is digestive system. So it's not about your pancreas. Of course, the weakness in your digestive system might be manifested or be apparent in your pancreas, but you're going to treat your diabetes, or at least I treated my diabetes by treating my digestive system. So you take this stuff twice a day. That on its own will dramatically stabilize, control, and bring your blood sugar down. Now what I did do, I added to it 4 homeopathic remedies. Very, very tiny quantities of homeopathic remedies. The actual names of those remedies are in Latin, and they're on the website for you to look at. Now, often people say to me, how can a homeopathic remedy work? For instance, imagine if you get a bee sting, you know what it's like if a bee or a wasp stings you. So what would happen? As soon as it stung me there on the wrist, immediately, within 2 minutes, I would have a big red thing like this. That's because I would have an immune response. What that is, I'm no expert on my immune system. Even the world experts now are still discovering what the immune system is. But what they're discovering now, that the main control, the headquarters for the immune system is the digestive system. It's in the colon. It seems that all the instructions for keeping the body healthy are coming from here, not from up here. It's coming from here. Anyway, back to this bee sting. I sting myself there. Immediately there's a massive response. And in some cases, the response is too much. And they have these anaphylactic shocks. People can die because of the reaction to a bee sting. So take that, see what's happening. A toxin appears in the body, and the body says, get rid of it. Let's protect ourselves. And it does all kinds of things to protect your body. So then what would happen is if you took the tiniest amount of a bee sting and you put it there, well, visibly you can't see anything, but your body energetically can feel it, and it starts to produce a reaction in the body. That's how homeopathy works. So there's 4 homeopathic ingredients in there, and if you tested it chemically, you'd say there's nothing there. Nothing there. But energetically, there's enough in there to stimulate your pancreas, to get your pancreas going again. So it's, as you can see, it's a very simple remedy. 4 herbs: fennel, slippery elm, nutmeg, and hibiscus. And some homeopathic remedies which you can add or not, it's up to you. The full recipe is on the website. So you take it twice a day. A teaspoon in the morning. I used to take it with cold water. Now I actually pour boiling water on it and allow it to settle, because I've discovered that if you drink it Make it with boiling water, allow it to settle. It's as if it brings out the properties of these herbs. It's a stronger remedy. So you drink it twice a day. Keep your eye on your blood sugar because you don't want to go into a hypo, especially if you're type 1. It's bad. So if you're diabetic, don't be tempted to just take it twice a day, take it easy, and don't be in a rush to change it. My blood sugar took me about 6 weeks before all the symptoms had disappeared. I used to be so dizzy and nauseous. I felt like I was having a nervous breakdown. All kinds of things were happening to me. I was depressed when I had diabetes. I got rid of the symptoms in 6 weeks. My blood sugar was stable in about 3 months. And just keep taking it twice a day. And that is it. That's it. That's how you make the remedy.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
How about the diet while you were having the formula, the food supplement?
Right. Well, my diet was always just eat what I want. I've always been a vegetarian, but I love eating pizzas. I love eating French fries. I love eating, addicted to bread, blah, blah. So I eat a lot of food, a lot of carbohydrates. So I didn't even look into diabetes until I was one day started to feel ill and then felt worse and worse and worse, and I was taken to the hospital and the doctor said, quite arrogantly, but I'll tell you, he said, "Oh yeah, you've got diabetes, you're a diabetic." So I said, "What?" He said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, no problems, I'll sort it." And I was ready for going on my way again. He goes, "No, you don't understand. You will have this for the rest of your life." So I had to listen to this guy tell me. He said, "You're going to have to watch what you eat. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do this." So I went home. I was in shock. And I thought, hang on, right, calm down. What's causing this? So you go on Google, you go on anywhere. I knew a bit about diabetes, but I started from scratch. And they all said, it's too much sugar in the diet or too much carbohydrate, which can convert to sugar. Too much food that can quickly convert to sugar. So I dramatically cut back on the obvious things like candy or chocolate, biscuits, cookies, whatever you want to call them. I don't drink cola or Pepsi or stuff like that, so that was easy. So I dramatically cut back on refined food. So all the, when you look at a packet of something, if you can't see the ingredients, so you can't tell what's gone in it, I cut that out. I did do that for 3 months. I slowly started introducing bread, because I like bread. But once this remedy was working, it took me a while. I tried about 20 different variations of that, along with the homeopathy. Now, as far as the homeopathy is concerned, I'm not a homeopath. A friend of mine is, and I asked him which was, or in his opinion, because he said you can't just blanketly treat diabetes. I said, but if you could, which were the 4 remedies you'd recommend? And he said, hey, they're in there. So we've got 4 herbs, 4 homeopathic remedies, and then I've cut back on refined food. That's all I did. So I still ate potatoes, but I had baked potatoes. I still had bread, but I had sourdough bread. What else? I cut back completely on the biscuits, the cookies and the candy. Then I had to think, it's like anything. If you hurt your arm, you've got to start getting it moving. I thought, well, how do you get your pancreas moving? So it's located just up here under the ribs. How can I get that moving? And it was just, I'm an engineer by training. So I just looked at it purely as a mechanical question. So it's like, for instance, if I'm here, how do I get, put your camera on there. If I want to get that moving, all I can do is move this. What do? I just push this against that and it moves. So I take the same principle. In order to get this pancreas flexing, compressing, gently compressing, in order to do that, I got this leg here. In fact, I'll just move this table out of the way. I can even, for people who have got diabetes, doesn't matter, even if you're in a wheelchair or if you're in a bed and you can't walk, This is all you have to do. Get somebody to help you, even get a nurse or a friend, family, whatever. So I'm compressing the digestive system here, and it's got nowhere to go except upwards. Look, that's compressing the whole of my digestive system. And then like this.
So you can do that standing up, lying down.
When I first did it, I'd been busy, like most people. Well, I was busy in life, ignoring my health to a certain degree. Even though I've worked with herbal remedies for 20 odd years, I was ignoring my own health. So what I did, I joined the local gym, but I don't like going in the gym. I think the smelly, hot, dirty places, I don't like them, but I do like the swimming pool. Now, I'm not a good swimmer, but I joined the class where they have these exercise classes, and I was the youngest person in the class. I was the toy boy in the class.
Wow.
Yeah, that appealed to me. Anyway, but I stood up in the water, and I just jumping up like this, and the temperature of the water was keeping me nice and cool, and I could do this for 20 minutes like this. So just this natural compressive exercise had an effect on my blood sugar level. That's all I can say. I can't say to you, I'm not a doctor. I can't say to you exactly what was going on. All I know, the overall effect of taking that remedy, doing this exercise, and then in the end as well, I can stand up and do it, and I can bounce up and down. I don't need to show you now, but I can stand up and just keep doing this, and then exploring more. I found out that stress was playing a big part in my in my blood sugar levels. There were some days when I was taking the remedy, I was drinking it twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I was doing the exercise. For the first 3 months as well. Where have I put it?
What are you looking for?
This stuff here.
Your box of...
Yeah. Metformin. Now, I'm going to show you stuff here.
I'll pass it to you.
Now, remember this doctor I was telling you about? The emergency doctor. He said, you're going to be on metformin, at least. He said, you're going to be on metformin, and there's another drug in here. It was glipizide or something like that. He said, you're going to have to take these, large doses of these, go back and see your general practitioner, your doctor, and see him, and he'll give you further advice. And this doctor said, yeah, you're going to be on diabetic drugs for the rest of your life, and things are gradually just going to get worse for you. I bit my tongue. Anyway, a few weeks later, I went to see my diabetic specialist at the local doctor's surgery. This diabetic specialist, who was at least 10 stone heavier than me, say no more, but anyway, she was telling me, yes, you will be on these drugs for the rest of your life. And I filled this form in, and they started sending them through the post.
Could you tell me, as a matter of interest, why you got a box full of...
Why? Because
let's film this.
Look, they're all... I've got hundreds of these somewhere. I told them I don't need them, and they said, yes, you do, you're diabetic. And it's as if somehow that the doctor gets rewarded for me being on drugs. I'm not saying he does, but I said I don't want them. They said, oh, you're diabetic, you must... So these arrive through the post once a month. At least it's free. I know places like in the USA, they pay a fortune for this. These are all full. I'm not making this up. Each one of these boxes is a month's supply, I presume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You take one daily.
You're supposed to take one a day. It's a slow release. It says on here, 28 1 gram modified release tablets, one to be taken daily with an evening meal.